Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 5th of June 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot for today's reading. This deck was published in 2009, if you can see that there, by Llewellyn Books. So this deck has been around for ages and ages, and I never really got it for a long time because I don't like this image. And I was looking at, it seems a little jokey to me. It seems like, yeah. So I was looking at the cards yesterday, and I have to say that probably this is going to be my least favorite deck. I just want to show you some of these cards. They're hideous. So we've got the Knight, which isn't too bad, but then there's some of these cards which just, I mean, this is like the Fifth Element. Again, it seems like a joke to me, these cards. But there were some which are really unstylish. I mean, I thought I was gay, right? Okay. There was one where there was like, I think it was the Lovers. It was like a couple and they were just... I don't like this whole style. It seems really tacky to me. Just in case you were wondering. This, hideous. And it's the Chariot, so how can you ruin that? Okay, like a man tentacle. I mean, then some computer game assassin. Vampire. Sea Queen. This I quite like. Horrible. Stupid. I mean, come on. It just, what's the word for this? It's shallow, retrograde, unstylish, tacky. I mean, this is just in such bad taste. Okay, we're almost through. We're the Lovers, okay? Gay metal wingman. Not that there's anything wrong with me. This, oh my God. I mean, like, joking aside, if you're going through something, right? If you've just been through some sort of traumatic relationship situation, like, you know, if it's got really serious, like, violence and things, you don't want this in a card. Stupid. Hideous. This, oh my God. It's like the 1980s have returned in the worst way possible. These two, that takes the absolute cake. I think they got confused, like the Lovers, what do Lovers do? They kiss, right? So they looked at the band Kiss or something, or went back to the 80s, and then it just seems so... I don't know, I just needed to get this off my chest. I love the tarot, but this is really a disgrace. Look at that. The Five of Coins. Okay, so now that I've insulted all the cards, I want to use them to see what they have to say about Sunday and what energy you'll be working with. So I just want to say, however, this Zero Marchetti, you've got questionable taste levels. First, we have the Ace of Coins, okay? Blessing in terms of nature, and your circumstances feel positive and you're able to enjoy the quiet, simple things in life. Then we have the Eight of Wands. So this sense of calm and peace gives you the energy then to set new goals for the future. And the Eight of Wands usually indicates news, but I think the news stem from you because you're making new plans. So rather than news coming in and affecting you, I think that you kind of get all your ducks in a row and you're like, okay, this is the next chapter of my life and I'm going to point my bow and arrow and gallop towards it. And then finally, another hideous card, the Page of Coins. Okay. So the Page of Coins is about a willingness to start fresh and to learn and to make changes in life. So the feeling I get here is that you're able to get your act together. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way, you know, like when you're having a conversation with someone or when you're out and about sightseeing or something and one person just lags behind and then get your act together, you know, we're trying to do stuff here. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like if you feel powerless in your life If you feel like, okay, this is the body I've got, there's nothing I can do about it. This is the mind I've got, there's nothing I can do about it. This is my life experience, there's nothing I can do about it. And then if you even take it to the next level, like, I've been defeated. This illness has ruined my life, it's dictating how I live. Or these circumstances are why I'm unhappy and I feel defeated, I feel powerless to alter them. It's that kind of place in life that I think most of us get to at one stage or another, and it's like, I'm beaten. This is proved to be more formidable than I am, and I need to give up and just accept my fate and keep doing what has been delivered to me. And the cards are saying that, one, it's not true. Second of all, it's a normal way of seeing your life in the world that, like I mentioned a moment ago, most of us get to eventually. But then third of all, they're saying that within that feeling, and if it's chronic, like for the last 5 years, you're like, well, this is what I am and it's not going to work, and why should I change? There's nothing bad. So a lack of motivation coupled with hopelessness and despair. And that's pretty serious, right? So if you've got to that space, the cards are saying that, yes, it is normal, but there are certain windows that open within that state every couple of weeks or months or years, and it's your opportunity to exit a negative dynamic. And we can't, well, I'm kind of talking about my experience here. I wasn't able to break any of those cycles by pushing myself more and criticizing myself and saying, oh, just buck up and do it. It didn't work for me. Same way tough love never worked for me. What did work is getting to a place where I was grateful for what I did have, and where I could see, despite the fact that I feel defeated here, there are some good things. I've got shoes on my feet, I have a job, I've got a roof over my head. And focusing on the good stuff, it creates a different mental atmosphere. And that's what I'm getting here via the Ace of Coins. It grounds you, it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel like you've got a space of your own, you're valuable, life can be different, and it's that security of those thoughts that then expand and grow into something even more motivated and more fiery, and something that actually allows you to change course or to get moving again, or to feel a sense of movement in your life. So the blessing by the Ace of Coins here, it could be, a financial windfall, it could be a job offer, it could be feeling great in terms of your physical health. But what I feel is that it's this sense of I'm being presented with a clean slate, doesn't matter how I feel, this moment, this day feels comfortable and good and I feel safe. And that's like that sense decompresses everything else, and it kind of blasts all of these no's out of your own head. It's like getting rid of the mental cement through gratitude and a feeling of security and seeing the good stuff in life. The Eight of Wands then, that sparks a fire within you that says, okay, I've got this safety. Maybe I can alter something. Maybe I can make changes. So we've got the Centaur here. The Centaur is Sagittarius. It's a fire sign, and fire has to do with life, purpose, passion. And he sets a goal and then he pursues it. And these 8 wands, I love the way they're kind of arising out of the clouds, because I don't know about you, but when I feel motivated and I feel drive, sometimes it's like, wow, where did that come from? That is very unlike me to have this unbelievable optimism or enthusiasm or hope or positivity or whatever it is. So all these positive things arise from this place of security and well-being, and you get to pick which one you want to pursue. You can use the wand as the bow and arrow. No, as the arrow in the bow and arrow. So you take one, you pick one, and each one has a different crystal. So let's say this is success due to education, and this is personal happiness, and this is me being beautiful and looking amazing and presenting myself as a certain type of person. Whatever it is that motivates you on this day, in this moment, it's important. It will lead somewhere. Pick the wand and shoot it in a direction where you'd like to go. And then with the Page of Coins, the Page cards are the most inexperienced in the court cards. So the Page of Coins has no skills, no experience, but he or she wants to work, wants to be productive, wants to do something. So the great thing about the Pages is this willingness to try again. And you can see that she's really young. So she hasn't been defeated, or she doesn't know what it's like to be completely broken and at rock bottom. She operates on a level of, hey, if this is something new, I can learn about it and see where it takes me. So there's hope. And that is super, super important when you're starting again, to take this kind of optimistic approach and not to immediately expect the worst. So the Page of Coins adds to the motivation factor of all of these. And the Page is also very teachable. You know, she becomes an intern or first day on the job, trainee, but actually passes the probation period and does very, very well. Because her heart's in the right place, she wants to do a good job. You know, it's everybody who has graduated and then picks up the paper or the job ads and sees experience required. It's that same problem. But she's been given a chance. Some business or something has said, okay, come work for us. Let's see how you actually perform in a real life sense. And she does a great job and then graduates to the Knight and the King and the Queen. So this is the first step, or this is the first step towards building a whole new life. And you're being presented all of the Pentacle energy. So it mitigates any self-doubt or fear or a sense of defeat that may have been there in the past. And it reveals this youthful optimism and the strength and motivation of the Eight of Wands. So really, if you haven't been able to change things, if you feel totally stuck, this is a day where a fire burns within you that convinces you and says very strongly, you are not stuck. And it doesn't matter if you're, 12 or 80, you can start again. And life can be different. Which, when I say that, it's interesting, because am I telling you or am I trying to convince myself? No, I know that life can be different. What you put into it, you get out of it most of the time. But unfortunately, we often can't see the kind of vibe we give off. And this is about changing the vibration you bring into this world, because now you're operating on a different level, and that's going to have a very different outcome. The Ace card is 1, the Court card is also 1, 1 and 1 is 2, and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. So we've got 1, 1, 1 basically. And 1 is the pioneer, it's the magician, it's the person who does things independently, who has power to create. So you have the power to create your life however you want it to be. And I really mean that via these cards. I know that's a big statement, but that's what can be done on this day. Have an amazing time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. So if you have any questions, please do get in touch. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.